Hello everybody, and welcome back for more Let's Play Banjo-Tooie. In the last episode, we entered Witchy World, and we had quite a bit of fun, actually. I mean, despite its real bad and very dangerous reputation that it has here, it's still pretty fun. I mean, you know, it's still such a damn good level to me. I don't care what they say. I'm still going to have fun with it, no matter how decrepit this theme park can be. In this episode, we're going to, you know, just continue our nice little trip here in this evil version of Disney World, or Universal. And so, yeah, there's just, you know, again, more jiggies to collect. So that's basically how those worlds are. I'm basically structuring the way this Let's Play is going to be when it comes to getting all the stuff here. So if we go over this way, we see there's it's supposed to be the cable car, and it's not functioning at the moment. It's out of order. Well, we're going to do something about it. We're going to go ahead and fix it just by, you know, simple the switch. This actually serves as a nice little shortcut to get from one area to another. In this case, from the Wild West zone to the Space Zone. Press B to experience the scenic splendor of the cable car ride across to Space Zone. Alright, so yeah, all I gotta do is just press B, and then we'll just go right along and see this nice little view here. See, there's some shoes that are right here. You know, it's actually one of those new shoe variants, like you know how there was the running shoes and the wading boots that we learned back in Banjo-Kazooie. Well, there's actually some new ones for those, like some new moves, and so they're going to be used for something else, but we can't really use it now. And also, they're not going to be learned in this world here. It's actually going to be a much later world. Well, probably like you know, 3 worlds after. I think that's what it is. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's going to have to wait. All right, so now we're back at the Space Zone. It's actually the way to get to the upper areas of the Space Zone just by using the cable car ride, because it's basically like the only way. So what we're going to do is that we're going to go ahead and we're going to open up that door at the start of this way. First, we're going to step on that switch because let's have that spring pads here. And then if we big barge on that switch here, then that'll open up this door. And you see there's a sign that says no photo allowed. Well, that's because that'll just lead to the other world. And what world is it, you may ask? Well, actually, it just leads back to the fuel depot. Yes, that's actually where we're connected to, because we were there before in Glitter Gulch Mine. Where we see we couldn't really get over there while we were the detonator transformation, because that leads to the next world. Well, yeah, that's actually where it leads to Witchy World. And so this guy right here, the Saucer Apparel is currently closed due to a lack of power. Yeah, you might watch your tongue there, buddy. So, Anyway, so yeah, after we the switch, then yeah, it's actually the it's another mini game that we'll begin to. It's the Saucer Apparel, but there's no power to this one, so we can't really operate at all. So yeah, we're gonna need we're gonna need something to power this up. But first and foremost, let's go over to Mama's Wigwam and get started with the transformation for this world. And where would the globo be? Well, actually, where the globo is, it's right there. Yeah, it's just side the Wigwam. I mean, you know, Wamba clearly could have just picked it up and just tossed it in the pool, right there in the center, or just in the water, or the magical water, whatever the hell it's supposed to be. But yeah, it was it's right there. She could have just, you know, just picked it, just, you know, got up and grabbed it. Well, maybe just try to jump away because they could be pretty finicky. All right, so this we have this transformation here. It's a vehicle. What? I'm gonna call this van. Van carries much coins. Use control stick to move and press B for horn. Oh my God. Oh no. We're a car. We're a vehicle. Oh no. Oh, you know what this means, folks. Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, we're doing a sneak peek preview here. That's right, folks. We're getting it. We're actually playing it now. We're so definitely playing this game. That's right, guys. We're playing it. Oh yes. Okay, but no. Anyway, So yeah, this is a van, and I gotta say though, this actually is a real cool transformation because you know, what you do here is that like you know, you take no damage at all, like no damage whatsoever, because you can actually run over those enemies with a van, and you know what they do is that if you actually get close to them, they will actually try to run off like little chicken shits. Yeah, they'll see, they're like, oh shit, and so they try to run away. You can actually run over them, and that's an instant kill. That's so cool. This is actually one of my favorite transformations, to be honest. Now, Grammy, you know, like I was saying about, well, like with some of the gripes I have, the transformations that are kind of like a little bit underutilized, but But I gotta say though, this is such a damn cool, kick-ass transformation there is there. You literally get to run over enemies. That is so cool, and they actually try to run away. Oh wait, there's another one of the Boggy Kids. So yeah, this is actually all three of the Boggy Kids that that we're seeing right here. And the thing here is that they're all found in the Haunted Zone in each of their own areas. So that's actually one nice little trip here. So that's actually just a little short trip here. Because the Boggy Kids will actually have different locations very randomly. And so, to name a few, oh, and there's a Mumbo Skull over this way, so yeah, there you go. Yeah, if you ever need to know where Mumbo is, always right there. Yeah, we're actually in this new area, because, you know, we're in we were in the Inferno just now, another one of those attractions, and it's only accessible just by paying with the coin here, but yeah, I was going to talk about Boggy Cats. I'll talk about them in a bit here, but talk more about the van here. So, so basically the whole deal with the van is that, aside from how cool it is, how you actually get to run over the enemies, like those, well, you also get the fruities, and we're actually picking out the tickets right here. So those tickets are actually required to get to Congo's Big Top, the circus tent. But there's also another condition, which I'll explain in a bit here. Well, you know, a little later. But talk more about the van. So yeah, so it's like she was saying, if you press B and then you honk the horn, and so if you go in front of those doors, then you just press B to honk the horn, then it'll actually open up. You'll see that van symbol that's on there. And there's also going to be some areas in which it's actually required to have the van for. So if you actually go to some of those, which you have to, you see this little money chest thing. And so if you stand right in front of it, then you actually have to pay with the coins here, because the van actually does carry coins. So, so it's actually required for you to have the van over there. You can actually use coins to pay for pay the entry fee to get to the attractions, and so that way there you'll be able to get in those areas. So like say for instance, you know how we unlock the Inferno. We just went in front of the coin chute, and then we just paid, and then that's how we unlock the Inferno. So now we have access to it. So we're gonna head back over there because we're gonna need to. There's actually a 1 Jiggy up there, and we're also gonna need Mumbo for something. So so we're gonna go ahead and get on with that right here. So yeah, that's basically all there is with the Inferno. Like, you know, it's all these lava pits, and you know, it's just that 1 Jiggy, but that's just all there is here. But yeah, there's a Boggy Kid. So yeah, like I said, yeah, they'll be placed randomly. So yeah, I just actually talked to her. Oh, I'm starving. Give me some fries, and I'll leave quietly. Yeah, that's wait. So yeah, just hold your hunger for now. So yeah, that's we kind of just just leave her to start. Well, I mean, she'll be fine either way though. But yeah, talk about the Boggy Kids. So it actually go by the names. They actually did have names, and they were named as such even in Banjo-Kazooie, because back in that game, they were sad kids because, you know, because of the fact that their father is a fucking failure. In which, you know, they were sad because, you know, their presents are missing, and so we just brought the presents over to them. Well, here in this game, they're bratty little shits now. And so, basically, they'll try to demand for a certain food. So, it's actually, getting the names here. The girl that we just saw, that was Soggy, and the fat one is Groggy, and then the bratty kid with the red hat is Moggy. And so, like I said, their locations vary very randomly. So, so like you know, this playthrough, you'll see they're actually in each of the areas of the Haunted Zone. But there are other areas too. Like, let's say for instance, Groggy would be over in the corner, that one corner of the Space Zone, right next to the Dodgem Dome. And then and then Soggy could be she could be in the Star Spinner in the Space Zone, which we actually haven't gotten to yet. And then, actually, just go by in this kind of order. So, Groggy will be found in either the train station, the corner of the Space Zone, and he can also be found in the Inferno as well, just over in that area that we're about to be heading over to. It's actually where that Globo is. And then, Soggy can be found over here and also in the Inferno. And then she can be found in the Star Spinner, and she'll also be found in the Crazy Castle Stockade in the Wild West Zone. And then Moggy, the kid with the red hat, he can be found either in the Cave of Horrors, he'll be in the Dodgem Dome lobby, and he'll also be in Area 51 near the entrance. So, so those are pretty much locations to which he could be found in. But it's very random too. What I also found out is that I actually found this out for a few playthroughs in the last episode, is that it's actually not so much depending on the file though. It's actually depending on like you know. based on the save state, because actually when I did the save state before entering Witchy World, and so I basically had to reload the save state, their locations actually kept on changing. So that's actually one thing that I found out, and I'm not sure if this applies to some other instances, because like I said, Banjo-Tooie has a shit ton of things in which they randomize. It's basically like a randomization kind of game kind of thing. You know, the Jinjos, the Jinjo colors, and then the aforementioned Boggy Kids, and let's see what else. There's a lot of other things to go about too with this game. So yeah, this game does let to randomize a lot, and I know Banjo-Kazooie did the same thing as well. Well, with Brentilda and the secrets that she gives out, and that's why you want to take notes as well. So yeah. Thankfully though, it doesn't happen in this game. There's actually nothing like that. Well, spoiler warning, there actually is very much like that. There's gonna be another quiz that we'll be going to. Yeah, I'm just jumping the gun way ahead there, but yeah, there's a quiz like that. But thankfully though, there's no Brentilda question or trivia or anything like that. Which, kind of think of it, Brentilda's not even in this game. Although we'll see her as a cameo though, but that's gonna be later. So anyway, so back to playing as Mumbo, and we're gonna do his magic spell here. And for this one, it's a spell in this world is power, and so basically we're going to be powering the Saucer of Peril. And so we actually first turn on the power for Area 51, so that way there, if anybody wants to go and raid Area 51. But you know that was years ago. I'm actually necromancy, an old thing they had there. So yeah, if actually so you go by those generators that you see all across around here, then then you'll see those mumble pads, and so that's where he'll use his magic to power the generators. Oh yeah, actually I didn't even mention that the ticket office is closed, so yeah, I guess it means admission is free, so that's cool. So anyways, so what was I got? Oh, there was actually some other things I was gonna talk about, but yeah, I can't seem to remember though, but well, the next thing we're going to be powering up here is the Dodgem Dome. So yeah, we actually did see here that was the Dodgem Dome that was there. So it's actually it's going to be where the mini games are. And I was going to say, so you actually went back to turn back into a regular Banjo-Kazooie after the van transformation. But we're actually going to be going back to playing as a van though, because there's actually one more thing we need, but it actually goes by just having to go a little bit back and forth where we actually had to play as Mumbo first to open up the Dodgem Dome, and then we had to go back to being the van transformation to because you know if we go in there, then we actually have to pay to we had to pay the fee to actually be able to get into the Dodgem Dome. So anyway, this here is the Star Spinner. So yeah, that's actually one of the locations where Soggy could be, and there's another generator over there. And watch what happens if I actually just about saying. There we go. Oi, you vandal! You'll have to pay for any damage caused, you know? Well, yeah, sorry for your luck, but, you know, I do what I want here. It's actually beneficial for this here, so yeah, what we're going to do here is we're going to power the Star Spinner, because as you can see here, it is, like, perpetually dark. And I gotta say, I actually remember when I, when I played, like, one of the last times when I played this game on my Nintendo 64, like, you know, the actual console itself. And I was actually playing this on my HD TV, and because of the fact that, you know, I still had to use the RCA cables because of this, and, you know, inside there, it is, like, pitch black. Well, not entirely pitch black, but, like, it's so dark, and it's always hard to tell, like, where things are because, you know, because the resolution or the brightness on the screen itself or on the game, like, it's actually just a slightly darker compared to, like, you know, I'm playing this on the NSO, so it's a little brighter because of it, but if I was actually playing this on original N64 hardware, then the screen would have been slightly darker, and it would have been so hard to tell where to go because of how dark it is. It'd be, like, almost entirely pitch black because of it. So, so yeah, that's actually one thing there is. But, you know, I'm lucky enough to actually play this on the NSO, but I don't think I ever did explain one major reason that I want to play this on the NSO. Aside from the fact that I actually did just come out on there, and I was pretty excited for it, but it was kind of the same, you know, with Majora's Mask, where, you know, for one thing, because, you know, Banjo-Tooie it's a pretty challenging game, you know, especially later on, and also for the fact that, you know, since a lot of things kind of do randomize, then you know, I think it might be the best bet to actually play this on the NSO, and also, you know, since I can take advantage of the save states in case I ever come across anything that's pretty challenging, or any of the any of the certain challenges that there is there, and so I can actually use a save state. For the sake of convenience and for the sake of saving time here. And yeah, by the way, I'm actually going back to playing as a van just so that way there I can go ahead and pay the fee for the dodge and no mini game that we're going to be going to. So, but yeah, I always wanted to do this because I can't really seem to trust the N64 very much nowadays. Well, I had to get then again I had to get a refurbished one, but I mean you never know considering how how old those consoles are, and so I mean nothing really lasts forever or anything like that. So. I didn't really want to take any risks. So I think it's probably best to actually just, play the safe route and just play on the NSO version, since I have access to it. And so, trying to think here. Oh yeah, we're going to try to go in there. Not so fast. The Dodge Ups challenge is only open to the stupid Baron Bird together. So yeah, we can't go there. We have to play as regular Banjo-Kazooie for this. So we're going to have to go back over there. So yeah, it's a little bit of backtracking we have to do here and there, so... shit, I kind of lost my train of thought there. So yeah, I didn't really want to take any risks for that though. Well, for one thing, I still do have the N64 though, but like I was saying, I was having so many issues with it. And, I've been having a lot of shitty luck with trying to find some good working N64s because they've been really screwing me over a lot. Like this one, for instance, where the one I have kept on freezing so much, or just wouldn't turn on at all for some reason. So. Yeah, it was very much hard to come by, but it's hard to find a really good working N64, and so I actually had one where the games would glitch and then they would just already see the save data, so I didn't want to run any risk, considering how challenging this game is, and also considering how much of a randomization kind of thing this game is. Then I think I just want to play it safe and do this version. So, anyways, leave our Twinklies alone. Alright, so this here is the Donjon Challenge, a new minigame we have here. It's basically bumper cars is what it is. So what you have to do here is that once the game starts, then you have to, you'll see these Twinklies all around. You actually remember the Twinklies. They were also in Banjo-Kazooie where you had to defend them from the Twinkly Munchers in Freeze Easy Peak. What you have to do here is that you steer around your bumper car, and so you have to pick up as many of the Twinklies as you can reach the point threshold within this short amount of time. Yeah, I see that the timer here is a little short, so once you reach the point threshold, then you'll actually, then that's where you actually beat the challenge. There's actually 3 challenges this one, so you actually beat all 3 of those, and that's where you get the Jiggy. And you can see here that your opponent will try to sabotage you, like he's actually following you around, and if he bumps into you, then you actually just get just a tiny bit stunned, just so the bumpers around here, and you also try to pick up the Twinklies as well. Just try to prevent you from getting from picking up those Twinklies. So yeah, so now we just won this first challenge, so we're gonna go ahead and get over to the second challenge. Now, of course, yeah, just like with the Mayan kickball tournaments that we've been having, they're gonna get gradually harder. This one's a 2 versus 1. So yeah, because of this, you'll be having 2 opponents this time around. Which one is the gas pedal? Well, it's just, just one by your foot there, so. Alright, so for this one, we're going to be collecting 50 points worth of Twinklies in 45 seconds. So, yeah, remember the rule for the colorization of the Twinklies. So, yeah, remember, red is 1, green is 2, and blue is 3, in terms of the points. So, yeah, that's one thing to figure out. So, that's basically what, well, pretty much every single minigame there is, with the way the colors are, or how they're just color-coded. So yeah, that's all you gotta do. But like I said, you'll be having a higher number of opponents. So once we get to the 3rd round, then we'll be having 3 of the opponents to try to pick up the Twinklies from you. So that's basically all there is. And yeah, it also gets pretty annoying where every time you pick up the Twinklies, you hear the crowd just booing at you because they're discouraging you. They don't want you to win. You're like boo, or like boo, you stink. Yeah, so we're done with this challenge here. So all that's left is the 3rd challenge. So overall, it's a pretty fun minigame, as what it is. A lot of the minigames, I pretty much have a good time with. It's I will say though, it's like not quite as punishing as a lot of the minigames in Banjo-Kazooie. Like let's say Mr. Vile. Anyone? Yeah, you remember Mr. Vile, right? And how much of an asshole he was. He actually, he outright penalizes you for losing minigames, because, one major gripe about Banjo-Kazooie that I had is that, you know, a lot of the minigames that you have, and so, like, especially with Mr. Vile's challenge, in which, you know, if you either just fuck up or outright lose, then the game actually does penalize you for that, where you either take damage or you lose a life, or, you know, say for instance, like, you know, if you had something wrong, they actually do take damage, like in the Tiptoe Choir. Yeah, that's one thing I never really liked, and, you know, and because of the whole life system, or, you know, especially in the especially if you're playing Banjo-Kazooie on the N64, then you'll run the risk of, you know, because of the whole stupid scoring system that it had, then, you know, if you lose a life, then you have to recollect all the music notes all over again. Yeah, I hate it when I do that, which is thankfully alleviated if you were playing the Xbox ports. But, you know, I would say Banjo-Tooie still did it first, though, and, you know, I would say, you know, it's much less severe if you do lose. You're always given a chance to try again from the beginning there, so. No! You've beaten Game 3 with 62 points. I suppose you'll be wanting some sort of prize? That's right. Hand it over, you bony hag. Oh, man. I love when Kazooie just goes and just, like, you know, outright demands it. Well, especially to Grunty. Although, come to think of it, though, that also begs the question, how did they know that about how, like, you know, the way that Kazooie called her a bony hag, like, how did they know that she was skeletal? Unless they might have physically seen Grunty within her time when she, you know, since she was still hosting it, though. So I mean, that could be one thing. But you know, otherwise, you know, it also begs the question how they even know that she's gotten skeletal in the first place, because, like, you know, they were still inside Banjo's house after Grunty got out of the rock, or got out from her boulder prison. And so they never really got to see her physically, and so they were currently unaware of actually what happened. Or you know, or exactly what happened to her while she was under there, and so yeah, that begs the question, like, you know, how they actually found out about her skeletal state or something. I don't know. I guess it could be somewhere, you know, they actually did physically meet her for the first time. Well, for the first time after 2 years between this game and Banjo-Kazooie. You know, inside Madame Grunty's tent. So. Alright, so this will be the last Jiggy before I end things off here. So yeah, we're going back over the Star Spinner, and so and there's a Jiggy right on top of that metal Saturn right there. So yeah, one thing about the Star Spinner is that so if you actually shot at the power die or the power box on that generator, and so if you actually destroy it as Mumbo, then the Star Spinners will actually slow down, and so actually it'll make things easier to get from one star platform to the next. If you didn't destroy the thing on the generator, then they're actually a little faster because of it. So you have to quickly come off, or it's a little disorienting for one thing. So yeah, that's basically what it is here. So let's see here. What was I? Oh yeah, that's right. I was wondering when what past me was going back to one was wiggle on for, but then I just remember I got to go back over to the cable car to because that's gonna be in the next episode. We're gonna be doing the saucer apparel, but let's see here. So yeah, that's what there was. So that's why it was actually a good idea. I recommend it to actually destroy the thing on the generator, so that way it's easier to get across the star platforms. Now, I believe you actually I hear you actually can get that Jiggy as Mumbo, or you can actually just go on there, but it's actually a little more tedious to actually just hop onto the metal Saturn where that Jiggy is. So so I figured, you know, it's actually easier to just go in there and just use the talent shot to get on there. So yeah, I figured it's just the best bet. So. Anyway, so I'm going to go and end things off here, though. So, so next time on Let's Play Banjo-Tooie, we're going to go ahead and hop on the Saucer Apparel and then do the minigame here, and then we'll pretty much finish up Witchy World and, yeah, see what else goes on there. And that'll be at the end of this nice ride here. So, anyways, until next time, I will see you guys later.